Hello everyone, this is the second in our video series on Madden NFL 18. This one is called Navigating Play Now Live. As you recall in our previous video, we discussed the different modes that are available in Madden NFL 18 in our Navigating the Home Screen tour. So in this video, we're going to take a look at one of them, and that is Play Now Live. I said before that Play Now Live was a revamping of traditional Play Now, and we're about to find out why that is. So if you're sitting on the home screen, which if you first started Madden, you should be sitting on the home screen. On the beginning, that upper left-hand corner, to make sure that you're there, press up on the D-pad, you should feel a slight rumble. Press left on the D-pad, you should feel a slight rumble. That is the home continue. We're on the continue panel, so I'm going to go over 4 times. If you recall, that's how far we had to go to get to Play Now Live. So right 4 times on your directional pad. Let's take it. There's the play panel. Madden Ultimate Team. Long shot. Franchise with skills trainer underneath that. Oh! I almost overshot it. Shame on me. This is Play Now Live. And underneath that is online head-to-head. But this is Play Now Live. We're going to go into it. Okay. You heard the little tick noise, I hope. This indicates that we are inside of Play Now Live, and the first option that you all will see is Play Recommended Game. This is week 1. Mine is set to the Titans because this is tied to your favorite team. Right now it's set to week 1. When week 1 is over, which will be tomorrow night at, we'll just say midnight, just to give them enough time, week 2 will commence. So that means if I want to play week 1's game, I'd better do it before Monday night is over. If I hit A here, it's going to jump right into this game, but I don't want to do that. Let's go to the right once. Play custom game. This is where your traditional Play Now option is brought here. It's brought right here. And to the right of this are games that you can play that are happening, that are either happening or have already happened in week 1. But I'm going to go back once to the left. This is Play Custom Game. I'm going to hit A here. Big no-no here for this version of Madden. There's no indication that I've hit A. At least not audibly, not at this point. But if you did hit A here, you are on the home side, and that is set to your favorite team. If I go to the left twice, it's random, but it is set to the Jaguars in this instance. But the home side will be set to your favorite unless you change it, and you can do that. You can change both sides by going up or down. I changed it back to the Jaguars. I can go to the right. There's the Titans. Down is the Vikings. I'll go back. So, we've set that. I'm going to hit the A button to continue. And this is the ready screen. If I hit A here, we'll be taken to another set of options. But I don't want to hit A here just yet because there are options that we can change. Down 1 from here. Skill level. And it is currently set to Pro. That is the default setting. Pro is what you will also find if you are playing a Play Now Live game. And unfortunately, this is a bug in the game. You cannot change that difficulty setting. However, you can change it here. I will do that right now by going to the left once. That is set to Rookie. Pro is the default. To the left once is Rookie. If you wanted to wrap around, let's go back to Pro. To the right is All Pro, All Madden, and back to Rookie again. Let's continue down. Play call style. Somebody asked on the forum, how do you get it set to only show one suggestion per line on coach suggestion? This is how you do it. Quick means there is only one option. That is the default. This is enhanced. This gives you all 3 options. And the one next to it is slim. It will give you all 3 options, but I think the visual change is, there's a visual change. The text is smaller, so it is visual, so I'm going to set it back to quick, so you only have the one option. Down below this is advanced options. Let's take a look in here. I hit A. The first 2 options we don't need to concern ourselves with because they have to do with offensive and defensive playbooks. The third option, coin toss. This determines what you will do if you win the coin toss. The default, which is one to the left, is receive. To the right of that, did I just move away from my default? Yeah, I have it set to kick, which is not the default. The default was one to the left of that, which is receive. So you have receive, you have kick, you have with the wind, or against it. That's if you don't get the coin toss. So, I'm going to set this back to kick because if you kick first, you get the ball back at halftime. First. This is with or against wind. This is what happens if you don't win the coin toss. You don't really need to worry about that one. And it wraps back to offensive and defensive playbook. So, I think advanced options is a little misleading. That's all we've got here, so let's hit the B button. This takes us back to the ready button. Or this puts us back on advanced options. There's an option to change uniforms, but we're not worried about that. I'm going to go down twice from advanced options, and that puts us on the ready button. We're going to hit the A button to continue. Now, this has brought up the possibility for more options. And just for the record, if you do not want to change these options, we could hit A, and the game would begin to load. But I want to have a look at these. And the first one is game style. This is the game style that you will choose when you first get the game. Ours is set to simulation, I should say. Down 1. Oh, the simulation is what we have it set to. There is arcade, which is the default. And then there's competitive, which is the default for online head-to-head matchups. Simulated is NFL realistic gameplay. Event type. This is a fun one. This sets what type of game we are playing. The default is exhibition. To the right of this is quick presentation. Ah, one more to the right is the Super Bowl. You can set a Super Bowl matchup with any of the 32 teams in the game. You can create your own dream matchup if you want to. I'm going to set it back to exhibition because that is the default, and that does wrap. And I went to the right there. I'm going to go down one more time. I think this is stadium. Even teams. This option I really do not recommend you mess with, but this option lets you basically make it so that the team with the lowest rating, their rating is raised. So if you have a 99 overall and you're facing a team that's, just for kicks and giggles, 50 overall, this option will raise the opposing team's rating to 99. And, however, if you wanted this on, let's say your team has a 75 rating and you're facing a 92 rating team, this will actually benefit you because it will raise your team's rating up to that level so that you have a fair chance. So that's an on or off switch. To the left is on. To the right is off. I will leave it where it is though for now. This one, quarter length. It is set to 6 minutes. You can change this all the way to 15 if you like. I don't recommend you do that for the first time player because you will be wondering when will it ever end. But by default, and the NFL, quarter length is 15 minutes per quarter. If you throw in media commercials and timeouts and things, the game lasts anywhere from 3 to 4 hours, and I won't even try to calculate overtime. The default option here is 6 minutes, and I didn't change it. We went down one. Accelerated clock, this is on. This controls how long your play clock is. I do believe this is the time. I'm not going to change that, but by default, it should be 20 seconds. 20 seconds is the default time for that. We can raise it to 25 seconds, but we're not going to. Going down again. This is the game time. And you don't have to set any of these options. You can just hit A. But this lets you determine whether or not the game starts at 1. At 4:15 is the default setting. 6:30. 8:15. Or 8:30. From 8 to 8:30 would be your pregame. Back around to 1. And then back to 4:15. Is what this is set to. This is stadium. To sum this up, it's got all of the stadiums listed. You can set which stadium you want to play at. By default, it will be set to whichever home team you have selected. Going down again, this is the weather. You can set your weather here. You can even go once over to the left, and that will set it to random. And the default is clear to the right once, overcast to the right again, partly cloudy to the right again, windy. Aha! A note about windy weather in this game. For the kicking game, it is a mess. That's all I will say. To the right again. Rain. Bleh. To the right again. Snow. This is a fun one. How would you like to have a game at 1 o'clock that is snowing in the middle of October? You can do it. To the right again, and that's random. Back to default, which is clear. We have wrapped back to the top, which is continue. I am not going to do that. We're going to play a game later. in a totally different mode. So I'm going to hit the B button, circle on a PS4. This takes us back, and where this puts you is on play recommended game with your favorite team. So if you wanted to quickly jump into this, just hit A a couple of times, off you go. But we're done here. I'm going to go back. That exits us. I have went all the way back to the left and up, so I'm at the upper left-hand corner of the home screen, which is where I want to be. And our next video, ladies and gentlemen, will be one that's been asked a lot: how to create your own franchise and do it in such a way to where you don't have to make any decisions. I'm looking forward to doing that one, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. And with that, we will see you next time. Also, before we go, I'd like to give Amber Hersman a lot of credit, because there's no way that I would have all these memorized. She has been reading them, and she has been a great help to these videos. Anyways, the next one will be creating your own franchise.